Okay, we're gonna do a quick garden tour here and show you the garden. Updated June 9th, it's pretty late. We got like the remnants of a tropical storm coming in. So there's Lemuel, he's joining us, Abby's here, and they wanted a little help with doing a garden tour. And this is gonna be on Todd Family TV. Try to like, subscribe, watch as much of this video as you can to help out our channel for Todd Family TV. Share the video if you can. And then also flip over to Todd Family Farm and doing some stuff on there. But here's the garden. So that's the berry patch in there. It was cold and tough this year, so the raspberries got a late start. And I don't know how much they're going to do. Lots of times we're picking raspberries by now, but we had a cold late spring. Just stayed cold and cold. There are the blackberries. The asparagus is done for. That right there is a milkweed patch. It's a weed to me, but these girls like monarchs. So I'll show you real close. I'll show you some. These are the melons are coming on.
Melons.
Pretty good for this late in the year. I'll tell you that. I mean, this late of a spring. Now, so here is their milkweed patch right there. So we leave this corner kind of go a little bit wild so that the monarchs can enjoy it. It pours over a little bit into it. It's all I can do to allow it, but they like monarchs and they're doing it for the monarchs. That's the strawberry patch already, as you can see right in there. Strawberries and just starting to turn.
Here's some big
Elijah's been up and picked over the chamomile and done well. So there is our early girl tomatoes. Almost starting to turn there. That's a wild potato we left in between some of these other tomatoes. There's the garlic. Garlic's looking good. There's our little compost bin, and the chickens keep it plucked out. This is our greenhouse. We have a greenhouse. So we just have a kind of a makeshift, and we just took a cage off of a big tank shuttle. Ouch, Lemuel. And don't cultivate me, Lemuel. Cultivate the garden. That's okay. And we just wrapped it in saran wrap and made a little, it's actually probably a cold frame. We got some plants started in there. So tomatoes and cucumbers and such. This is the melon patch. Squash, pumpkin, watermelon, cantaloupe. And they're starting pretty good. We're probably 2 weeks behind anyways because of the coolness, but it'll catch up. And this is the herb garden. So herb garden right in here. And then down there is mint and cilantro, and it goes crazy. There's the little orchard. It's doing good. Our grapevine has pretty well played out. We're gonna have to replace that next year. It's just not very happy. It's done good for a lot of years. I think it was 13 years old. And then we got little cherries on the cherry tree. That's a pollinating pear down there, 2 peaches, 2 plums, and then the 3 in the middle are apple trees. And here's the rest of the garden. Lemuel, go ahead and let Mama do it. There's some volunteer tomatoes coming up that she's gonna keep. So I don't want you to hit something she doesn't want to hit. So, and this is lettuce, doing well. Very good lettuce, yep. This is 2 rows. These are the potatoes you saw me planting in a earlier video. So you see, I cut every single individual eye out, and that's like, I think I used 10 potatoes to make these 2 rows. So this row and this row, yeah, I think I used 10 potatoes, 10 seed potatoes, and I made those 2 rows. The tomatoes are down there, and I'll show you the radishes. This is the second batch of radishes here planted in. Second batch of radishes. Say it again.
Our first batch did really good.
Yeah, first batch did really good, and the first batch was here, out there, and now we'll plant a third batch there, a third planting. But it's getting so warm we might wait till fall to do that. Of course, that's the row of beets right there.
Our sweet corn.
The row of beets, and they're doing well. Then a row of onions, and we planted red, yellow, and white onions all mixed in, and we just keep pulling some as we go. Here's the tomatoes we planted from seed. After, I tell you, reality is the ones that plant from seed just impress us more at the end of the year. And we planted that from seed in the garden as soon as it started getting warm enough to grow. And we'll sucker them. We plant them tight, and they just do better that way. I know some people like to cage them up, and one tomato plant per cage, and 8 foot apart, and start them indoors. But these never slow down once they start growing, and we're pretty happy with how they're doing. So beets again. These are turnips, but they're turnip grains, so it's a southern thing. We pick them off down here like this, and you take that leaf and you can wilt it down and eat it. It's very delicious. They are good. That's why people plant them for deer. They're good. People here in Iowa don't really know what they are, but we still do it. You've got to plant them super thick, then you pick them, you wilt them, then you can even fry them, maybe even a little bacon grease or something. But very, very good. This is a row of red potatoes all the way down to that flag down there, and then we have a short row of spinach. We have 4 rows of early sweet corn here, 4 rows of early sweet corn, 4 rows of later sweet corn, 8 rows of green beans, 2 rows of, I guess I'll get to that. I'll show you the cabbage first. Here's our cabbage, and it's starting to whirl. We're keeping an eye on it for loopers, but no loopers so far. Uh-oh. I don't know. That's a baby looper, just right there. See right there? That's a looper in its cocoon. It's going to be hatching out.
Uh-oh.
So they're just starting to come on, and they'll be here after the rain. So see if you can pick that off. I'll show you. Get the phone to focus. Right in there. That's a looper going to be born. And I'll show Mama what it is. Right there. That's a looper going to be coming out, and we'll have to start picking them. Pick that off already. Don't let it start eating. But 8 green cabbage, 4 red cabbage, and then 8 broccolis here. 8 or 9. There's our broccoli head coming on. Little baby broccoli head in there. Bigger one. Carrots. The rest of the row. Late sweet corn here. Now it's I hate weeds. If you know me at all, I hate weeds, and it's just a constant battle. You have good soil that's going to grow a garden like this. You're going to have that same soil. It just loves growing weeds. Here are the green beans. 8 rows of them. As you see, we do a lot of green beans. Green beans, potatoes, and sweet corn is what we would live off of if we have to. These are pintos. You can eat pintos. They'll grow, and you never pick them. You just let them dry. And this is just a little experiment, just for the fun of it, because my dad grew it when he was a kid, and it's been a tough year to grow it. But guess what that is? That's tobacco plants. So they're also a very beautiful flowering plant. So we're gonna, when you actually grow tobacco for tobacco purposes, you don't let it flower. So we're gonna let it flower and just have it as a flowering ornamental, and just show the kids what their Papa and Granny did when they were kids, growing tobacco. And that's pretty much it. We try to keep it short and sweet so you can watch all of it. Hope you enjoy our garden. Going pretty well. We're thankful for it. And like and subscribe and share, and thank you.